Hydraulic cylinder sequencing circuits. As stated earlier, a sequence valve causes operations in a hydraulic circuit to behave sequentially. Figure is an example where two sequence valves are used to control the sequence of operations of two double-acting cylinders. When the direction control valve is shifted through into its left envelope mode, the left cylinder extends completely and then the right cylinder extends. If the direction control valve is then shifted into its right envelope mode, the right cylinder retracts fully and then the left cylinder retracts. This sequence of cylinder operation is controlled by the sequence valves. The spring-centered position of the direction control valve locks both cylinders in place. One application of this circuit is a production operation. For example, the left cylinder could extend and clamp a workpiece via a power-wise jaw. Then the right cylinder extends to drive a spindle to drill a hole in the workpiece. The right cylinder then retracts the drill spindle and then the left cylinder retracts to release the workpiece for removal. Obviously, these machining operations must occur in the proper sequence as established by the sequence valves in the circuit. Cylinder synchronizing circuits. Cylinders hooked in parallel will not operate in synchronization. Cylinders connected in parallel is a very interesting circuit which seems to show how two identical cylinders can be synchronized by piping them in parallel. However, even if the two cylinders are identical, it would be necessary for the loads on the cylinders to be identical in order for them to extend in exact synchronization. If the loads are not exactly identical, as is always the case, the cylinder with the smaller load would extend first because it would move at a lower pressure level. After this cylinder has fully completed its stroke, the system pressure will increase to the higher level required to extend the cylinder with the greater load. It should be pointed out that no two cylinders are really identical. For example, differences in packing fraction will vary from cylinder to cylinder. This alone would prevent cylinder synchronization for the circuit. Cylinders hooked in series will operate in synchronization. Cylinders connected in series. The circuit of figure shows that hooking the two cylinders in series is a simple way to synchronize the two cylinders. For example, during the extending stroke of the cylinders, fluid from the pump is delivered to the blank end of the cylinder 1 via the flow path shown in the upper envelope of the direction control valve. As cylinder 1 extends, fluid from its rod end is delivered to the blank end of cylinder 2. Note that both ends of cylinders and the entire pipeline between the cylinders is filled with fluid. Fluid returns to the oil tank from the rod end of cylinder 2 as it extends via the direction control valve. For the two cylinders to be synchronized, the piston area of cylinder 2 must equal the difference between the areas of the piston and rod for cylinder 1. This can be shown by applying the continuity equation, which states that the rate at which the fluid leaves the rod end of cylinder 1 must equal the rate at which the fluid enters cylinder 2. Speed control of a hydraulic cylinder. Meter in speed control hydraulic cylinder during extending stroke using flow control valve. Direction control valve is in manually actuated position. Figure shows a circuit where speed control of hydraulic cylinder is accomplished during the extending stroke using a flow control valve. The operation is as follows. When the direction control valve is actuated, oil flows through the flow control valve to extend the cylinder. The extending speed of the cylinder depends on the setting percent of full opening position of the flow control valve. When the direction control valve is deactivated into its spring offset mode, the cylinder retracts as oil flows from the cylinder to the oil tank through the check valve. as well as the flow control valve. Meter out speed control of hydraulic cylinder during extending stroke using flow control valve. Direction control valve is in manually actuated position. The circuit of figure depicts a meter in flow control system in which the flow control valve is placed in the line leading to the inlet port of the cylinder. Hence, a meter in flow control system controls the oil flow rate into the cylinder. Conversely, a meter out flow control system is one in which the flow control valve is placed in the outlet line of the hydraulic cylinder. As shown in figure, a meter out flow control system controls the oil flow rate out of the cylinder. Meter in systems are used primarily when the external load opposes the direction of motion of the hydraulic cylinder. An example of the opposite situation is the case of a weight pulling downward on the piston rod of a vertical cylinder. In this case, the weight would suddenly drop by pulling the piston rod down if a meter in system is used, even if the flow control valve is completely closed. Thus, the meter out system is generally preferred over the meter in type. One drawback of a meter out system is the possibility of excessive pressure buildup in the rod end of the cylinder while it is extending. This is due to the magnitude of back pressure that the flow control valve can create depending on its nearness to being fully closed, as well as the size of the external load and the piston to rod area ratio of the cylinder. In addition, an excessive pressure buildup in the rod end of the cylinder results in a large pressure drop across the flow control valve. This produces the undesirable effect of a high heat generation rate with a resulting increase in oil temperature.